Hi, everybody. It's very late here in Torino. I don't have my t-shirt because it's also quite cold, but I'm happy to have with me tonight for a special episode, Alexis Gaï in New York, I guess. Right, Alexis?
Absolutely, Carlo. Good to see you again.
So I'm talking to Alexis, and it's a special episode because in 2 days, I think NAB Show in Las Vegas will start. And this time I'm not there, so I'm a bit envious, I'm a bit jealous, and I want to know what Alexis is preparing for NAB Show, but from the Cleeng's perspective, but in general, what is he expecting from there? I'm also I've studied a bit what NAB is preparing. And this year they're talking about artificial intelligence, cloud virtualization, creator economy, sports, and streaming. So to be honest, maybe the new entry is creator economy, but everything else is something that we know quite well on both sides of the ocean here, right? What's your take for NAB Show this year?
Absolutely. I think it's going to be an exciting show, not as exciting as any other edition because we're going to miss you, Carlo. We are quite looking forward to it at Cleeng. I think most of those topics will resonate very nicely with what we have to announce. I cannot disclose absolutely everything right now because we need to wait until Sunday when the show actually kickstarts. But for sure, from our own perspective, we'll be speaking about AI and how we power our brand new dashboard analytics with our AI assistant. We released a blog post together with our partner AWS on how we achieve such an amazing innovation. We're going to speak about the flexibility that we bring on the payment side and monetization side to allow any creator, publisher, media type in the world to monetize the content that they're creating. And more than ever, we'll be able to mention a few great use cases with brand new clients, but also with some renewing clients, both in sports and the media space.
Yeah. To be fully transparent, I've recorded a very cool episode, very deep episode on that subject, but it's embargoed, and I need to wait to publish it until you announce the partnership. But that's a really cool development, I'll say. And can you go a bit deeper, one, on the AI and the AI assistant and the dashboard, what it means for people using, and again, we are talking about subscriptions, understanding better how to retain customer and grow the streaming business, and maybe not only the standard streaming. And they use AI not as a marketing announcement, but I mean, really in what you're doing already in the past, I would say.
Yeah, I think that's a good topic. I'll try to keep it short for today. The thing is, so as some of you might already know, we've been focusing on churn mitigation and retention strategies for the last 7 years, if not more. Our Churn IQ product has been fully designed exactly to address that need from our clients to understand better what are the sources of churn from their subscribers. And I think we realized a few years ago that there isn't one size fits all. It's just impossible to put every single use case in the same category. So today, with the innovations that we see in AI, it actually becomes much simpler to recommend the right techniques and the right triggers for our clients, so to focus on the right segments of customers that become at risk of churning. And I think this is the massive innovation, is that whenever in the past a client could be almost lost in the large amount of data, dashboards, tables that one can provide. Now the AI assistant will provide them a very easy access to the data they need in real time, so to organize their strategies accordingly.
So it's AI improving on one end the quality and the intelligence around data, also the user experience, and even the UI. So the way someone also proactively is having a conversation and an information with data, correct? That's my understanding, at least.
Yes, this is absolutely correct, Carlo. I think what used to be very obscure language in the past, such as machine learning and all of this analysis that we've been doing in the background, is now very easy to use with the use cases that we see more and more in the industry of a very simple chatbot UX, where you're able to communicate directly with Cleeng's dashboard and tools. So to ask in plain words the questions that are important to you, and you will get the data visible instantly from recommended directly by our solution.
And I think that's why also, apart the marketing announcements, etc., being in the AWS ecosystem is important, because you're not starting from scratch.
100%. I think I didn't want to go too much in the technicality, but I think it's a good addition. We partner a lot with AWS. We built this AI assistant using quite a number of tools, but to name maybe the two main ones, we have Amazon Bedrock running in the background, and we use Cloud AI for the LLMs. And thanks to those two, plus the rest of the secret recipe that our technical and product team have put together, we're able to create this incredible product, which is truly revolutionizing the way that one can tackle churn.
Yeah, so our friend Julie Souza will be happy in New York and in Vegas. And I'm happy that you're using Anthropic, which is kind of led by people of Italian origin, I would say, the CEO.
I can see the pride in your eyes.
A bit, even if I don't think anything happened here in Italy, but yeah, and also Claude is it's actually one of the tools that I use the most during these times. In general, what we have seen is that the streaming market is not really like growing like crazy, especially on the vendor side, which I know it's not something easy to say, but I mean, we have to be realistic, otherwise we don't know what to do next. And I see that also you're moving from just having pure media and sport clients, like the sport leagues and the broadcasters. You're looking at different verticals, because subscription business is everywhere. And I think you're well aware, I'm a victim of subscription fatigue already with AI tools. I did create a separate spreadsheet with all my AI subscriptions just to make sure I'm paying what I'm using and not too much. Why your interest in moving beyond the traditional streaming clients and segments?
I think it's
what is the rationale behind that?
Yeah, it's I think the first point that you're making is about the vendor space is actually pretty accurate. It's never easy to speak about it, and Cleeng is among the lucky, privileged companies or successful companies out there. We will report a 22% growth year over year revenue wise, which makes us quite in the right bucket. But we do see that quite a lot of companies out there are looking for new business and are trying to reposition themselves. For us, so the way that we look at it is almost that media is evolving. It's always been evolving. I mean, this industry is ever changing, and that's why it's so exciting. Is that on one hand, media was considered to be TV. Media can be considered from a publishing standpoint. Media is OTT, but media is also anything around well-being, fitness, any type of content, to your point, that can be consumed by an end user, and that brings them some form of entertainment in the way of sports, in the way of watching something, and so on and so forth. So from a Cleeng standpoint, we've actually been working with companies of that sort in the past already, and we have quite some use cases around that. And today, I think it's more about formalizing the fact that there are different media types out there, and we propose an amazing solution for any company that has a digital subscription business and that creates some form of digital assets that they try to monetize.
And even in terms of AI tools at the moment, that's anecdotal to my experience, and I'm using a lot of them and paying, unfortunately, a lot of them. 100% of them are on Stripe, pure Stripe. So at the moment they don't have any retention, anything in the midst. With growing competition, I think they will need to see that, like we do with streaming, I'm using this tool for a month, then I unsubscribe for this, I'm using another one because there is a new one, the new version is better, and et cetera, et cetera. So I think Correct. There will be a need for more sophisticated subscription management also there.
You're absolutely right, and this is somehow consistent with how the fast-growing industries have been operating in the past, right? Whenever suddenly a niche gets uncovered, you try to acquire subscribers as fast as you can. It happened exactly with OTT. It happened. Now it's happening with AI. It's happening here in the US where I'm based. I can see it a lot in the podcasting industry. We can see it in the publishing space as well. So what companies do is that they focus on acquisition because this is the most important thing for them. So they plug any tool that can facilitate it to be happening. And to your point, a lot are using Stripe, which is a great payment gateway, but very different from Cleeng. It doesn't offer any subscriber retention techniques. So at the same time, it doesn't look holistically at the different sources where you capture your subscribers. It doesn't really help you managing and consolidating in-apps bases together with a web subscriber basis. And this is definitely where Cleeng comes in place. We would come in, we would integrate with tools that are potentially already existing, or we will help actually clients simplify their ecosystem depending on the use case. And we'll be able to, one, consolidate the subscribers in one single place to we can call it a single source of truth. We'll be able to start learning about how those subscribers are behaving. We'll be able to recommend segments and cohorts of users that are potentially at risk of churning. This is where Cleeng could really come in and help to offer the best mechanisms to facilitate customer acquisition, promotions, and so on. We will be able to help with all the mechanisms around retention, and we'll be able to do it on all the different sources from the app stores to the web, passing through adjacent ones so that the client has full visibility over their business and is able to set the right strategies.
Okay, any survival tips for people coming to NAB maybe for the first time? Bring some water. What is your secret?
you steal that one from my mouth. I think the water is key. Anyone coming for the first time at NAB will realize that the air is very different, very oxygenated. So don't forget your melatonin if you're traveling to combat jet lag, and pace yourself. It's a long 4 days, but it's absolutely an exciting show. I'm always thrilled to be going. Lots of market insights, and anyone watching this video, if you want to reach out and meet me out there in Vegas, please come over to Cleeng booth W4002 or send me a message. I'd be very happy to connect.
Yeah, it's true that it's always very tiring, but the amount of people you can meet, and even the conferences, and looking at everybody else's booth, because it's always learning, not always how a company is or behave, or the value they can provide is if you're represented by the booth itself, but very often by the people. So I think meeting people there is a good sign of understanding the market in the end. Va bene. Thank you, Alexis,
Carlo.
and have a good trip. Have fun there.
Thank you. We'll send you some pictures.
Ciao.